Welcome to the Future of Business podcast. My name is April Corey, and I'll be your host for this series. In this intro episode, I'd like to explain a little bit about the future of business, the purpose behind this podcast, and who we are over at Fast Future Publishing. So first off, I'm a team member of Fast Future Publishing, and I'm also one of the contributing authors to the book, The Future of Business. I've been with Fast Future since about February of this year, and a lot of my time has been dedicated to working on this amazing book and with its authors. The Future of Business is the first book published by us. Rohit Talwar, who's the lead editor, a contributing author, a futurist, and a professional speaker, naturally does a much more eloquent job of explaining the book. So I'm just going to turn it over to him so he can tell you a little bit more about the future of business.
The world is changing very quickly. Advances in science and technology are driving radical innovations that will reshape our lives and reshape business. We wanted to do a book that put together the best of futures thinking to help businesses understand those changes and how they need to adapt and evolve to survive in a rapidly changing world. So we've assembled over 50 leading futurists, future thinkers, and people at the forefront of their own domain to explore what might be happening over the next 10 to 20 years. And to examine what the implications are for business. So we look at everything from the potential to change the human brain and body, to advances in artificial intelligence, the role of blockchain technology, and the impact of accelerating and increasingly cheap computing power in changing the way consumers will behave, in changing the way businesses operate, and in changing whole notions about what value is in the economy. What we're exploring is what are the trends, the forces, the ideas, the developments, the breakthroughs in science and technology that could really shape how we live, how the environment looks, how the economy might move forward, and what the implications are for business. We also have some very powerful insights into how businesses can take those future insights and use them to drive change in their organizations. And we have some really interesting ideas on how to get people inside an organization thinking about the future. The book is aimed at people who have a real passion for exploring the future and creating a different kind of tomorrow to the one they might be experiencing today. People who want to understand the ideas that will shape our world and who want to create new ideas, create innovations, change the way business operates. And we've really tried to assemble an array of really powerful authors with incredibly compelling insights to help you do that. They range from Gray Scott, the founder and editor of Serious Wonder, to Gert Leonard, who many people know as a very prominent European futurist, Cornelia Daheim, one of the leading German futurists, and a range of others who really are at the forefront of their field, either in futures thinking or in the application of futures in business.
And this is where the purpose of this podcast comes into play. The Future of Business actually ended up with over 60 contributing authors from 21 different countries. Such a huge part of editing this book was making sure that we maintain the individual voices of our authors within their writing. With the podcast, not only do we want to share the ideas and insights from all of our contributors, but we'd like for them to be shared in the author's own voice. And what better way to do that than audio? Each week I'll be posting a new piece from one of our authors. It'll mostly be authors reading their chapters from the Future of Business, and there may be a few interviews and discussions thrown into the mix. Among others, Gert Leonhardt has contributed his chapter, Redefining the Relationship of Man and Machine. Alberto Rizzoli will discuss Education 2025. I've got BJ Murphy reading his chapter, The Future Business of Body Shops, and Alexandra Whittington will read The Future of the Internet, the chapter she co-authored with Rohit Talwar. You can find all of these chapters and authors for The Future of Business listed on our website at www.fastfuturepublishing.com, as well as download a free sample of the book if you'd like. Now that we've covered the book and the purpose of the podcast, I'm going to turn it back over to Rohit so he can explain a bit more about Fast Future Publishing, our innovative reward model, our scholarship fund, and how we're basically breaking the mold of traditional publishing through exponential thinking.
What's very innovative for us is the whole publishing model. We decided that we were going to do this project just at the beginning of February, and we set ourselves the target of publishing at the beginning of June. We really wanted to do it on an accelerated cycle to prove what was possible, to challenge the traditional publishing models. We have an innovative reward model for the authors, where they're taking 25% of the profits, the core team working on the project managing, editorial, web design, social media, and all the other aspects, take a third of the profits, 25% goes to us as publishers, and then we've set aside 10% that will actually fund scholarships for people around the world who want to take courses in futures research and foresight, so we can actually build up the capacity for people to do good futures work everywhere around the world.
And that's it for this intro episode of the Future of Business podcast. If you'd like to pick up a copy of the book, or if you just want to know more about us, head over to fastfuturepublishing.com. You can sign up for our newsletter there, and it'll keep you up to date on what we're doing and give you access to discounts and other offers. If you've purchased The Future of Business, as bonus content, I will have all of the podcasts available for immediate download once our new site is up and running. We'll send out a detailed email when this becomes available. If you're an author and futurist looking for a publishing company, if you want to contribute to one of our projects, or if you just want to work with us, drop us a line at info@fastfuturepublishing.com. We're always looking for new people and new ideas. Thanks for downloading. Until next time, I'm your host, April Corey, and I'll talk to y'all later.